To my far left is Comrade Damson, Kudakwashe Damson. Then Patience, the next one, Comrade Chipango, Treasure, Harare Province. Then Comrade Richard Samunda. I'm Comrade Gongwe. Then my far right is Comrade Samuel Chukukwa. My name is Comrade Gorin Sibarashe Gongwe. I'm a ZANU-PF member. In case you are wondering, let me put it clear that I was expelled from a grouping of G40 people and not the Revolutionary Party ZANU-PF that was founded in 1963. Gathered today with me as ZANU-PF youth leaders drawn from all districts of Harare Province. Like all right-thinking Zimbabweans, not only do we cherish the work done by the President, Robert Gabriel Mugabe, pre- and post-independence, we are also in support of the head of state and commander-in-chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces. Our displeasure and disgust is with the Western surrogates and corrupt persons that have surrounded him. These for selfish reasons, self-enrichment purposes, and love for power have betrayed the liberation war principles and the precious, priceless blood of our heroes and heroines who paid the ultimate price for our liberation. Ladies and gentlemen, our attention has been drawn by the statement of the commander of the Defense Forces, General Constantino Gouveia Dominic Nyikadzino Chiwenga. We would like to commend CDF Chiwenga for fully expressing the values and the ideals of the liberation struggle that have been hijacked by a grouping of power-hungry and counter-revolutionaries whose anti-people conduct has rendered Zimbabweans to be desperately hungry and suffering. We stand here today to proffer support to CDF Chiwenga and to highlight that we as youth, we stand guided by the objectives of the liberation struggle, which have not surprisingly been stolen from their rightful owners and custodians of the aforementioned people. The Liberation War veterans of Zimbabwe are the backbone of ZANU-PF, and the party is built on 3 pillars: unity, peace, and development. Any abuse of these pillars is a threat to national security. Hence, the timely press release by CDF Chiwenga has been gratefully received by millions of Zimbabweans. Fellow Zimbabweans, it is with shock and disbelief that an entity has been emerged and scorned a respectful military commander. A series of flippy-flopper in the form of Kudzanai Chipanga is labeled the commander of the Defense Forces a mischievous and a rogue element. Mr. Chipanga and his handlers further went on to say General Chiwenga is, and I quote, throwing tantrums because the current situation does not favor Emerson Mnangagwa. Comrade Mnangagwa was rudely referred to as General Chiwenga's surrogate. No doubt, Mr. Chipanga is mentally deranged, while he has a right to be stupid. Yes. The danger is that he is abusing the right and purporting to be speaking on behalf of millions of Zimbabwean and ZANU-PF youth. Mr. Chipanga has dismally failed in leading and uplifting the youth, and mysteriously he wants to drag them on a dangerous path to fight our military. A supreme force we so much fear and respect. Upon that basis, I would like to make the following points. Chipanga had with him about 13 youth that were forced to attend the press briefing. These youth leaders have approached us and notified us of the unfortunate situation they find themselves in. We therefore call upon Chipanga to stop holding youth under duress. Chipanga is too junior and too unpatriotic to reply, let alone attack CDF Chiwenga, who was all but pointing out critical issues. Chipanga claims he is representing the youth, who constitute 65% of the population. He encourages them to stand up against the national army. In his wisdom or lack of it, he does not consider that of that 65%, some are babies, some are opposition youths, some are apolitical, and many are ZANU-PF youths, not G40. If you go by figures, Chipanga controls 5% of G40 youth in ZANU-PF Youth League. The rest are loyal to the party, including Comrade Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. If Mr. Chipanga had any substance between his ears, he would back off and let President Mugabe deal with his fellow comrades, since we were not there when the Mgagao Declaration was signed. Mr. Chipanga should learn to speak on his own behalf and that of his G40 mafia, and not the peace-loving ZANU-PF and the Zimbabwean youths. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot hide from the reality that there is chaos in ZANU-PF. Revolutionary cadres have been suspended, Central Committee members and political bureau members, provincial members have been booted out, and now the second in command, both in the party and government, Comrade Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. As rightly pointed out that by CDF Chiwenga, all the targeted have liberation war background. And in this done amidst biting economic hardships. This is why we ZANU-PF youth have come up to support the noble issues raised by Comrade CDF Chiwenga. We have also come to show our unapologetic and clear support of Comrade Emerson Mnangagwa and the other persecuted comrades. No one is monopoly over party. The people are its greatest resource. Currently, democracy has been thrown out of the window, and the pruning of comrades who have been loyal to the party is indicative of a sinister agenda meant to destabilize the country. We have said no to these evil ways and wicked leaders whose principles, common sense, and moral fiber has gone to the dogs. In conclusion, let me call upon Mr. Chipanga to behave himself. He should deal with his handlers alone and not impose himself on people on his suicide errands. Let me emphasize the point that he should speak for himself and the few still belong to the almost extinct G40 that was composed of war deserters and corrupt politicians with bizarre minds that defy logic. I thank you.
Oh,